Hello, good evening all. Good evening. You are welcome to this Excel master class. So sorry for the little delay. All right, I hope you guys pardon me. So we continue from where we stop, and hope you guys had a wonderful day. Hope your day was great, and tomorrow is Monday. Hope you had enough rest. So if you're ready for today's class, just type in ready. I remain Onuzurike Chukwagoze, your anchor, and we actually started yesterday and we're able to cover a lot. So today is day 2 of the training Microsoft Excel Masterclass. How can you monetize your Microsoft Excel skills? How can you earn in dollars? Is that okay? So today we'll be going a little bit advanced. Yesterday we looked at what can you do with your Microsoft Excel skills? All right. So what are the jobs that you can do with your Microsoft Excel skills? What are some of the jobs that with Microsoft Excel you can actually leverage on Microsoft Excel to be well positioned for such jobs? And today we are going to just continue from where we stopped. All right. So for those of us that were here yesterday, we actually were able to do the data summary of this. So today we'll continue from where we stopped, which is the data summary. So today we'll be looking at advanced data summary skills in Excel, data sorting and data cleaning skills in Excel. How about that? Data sorting and data cleaning skills in Excel. So if you are ready for today's class, just type ready. All right. So Miracle says ready. Mr. X or Rex says ready. Please pardon me if I'm not pronouncing the name very well.
Excuse me, sir. Not Mr. Rex, it's Miss Rex.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Miss Rex. I'm so sorry. All right. All right. Okay, so welcome to today's class, Mrs. Rex. All right. So today promises to be very, very fun, and it promises to also be value packed for some of us that were here yesterday. You can actually attest to that. So not wasting much of our time, we are heading straight to the business of the day. Remember, this class is meant for you. And for any reason you want to call our attention at any instant, you can just type in the message box, or you can just raise up your hand and we'll grant you audience. All right, I wouldn't be here if not for you. All right, so advanced data cleaning skills in Excel. I'll have data sorting and data cleaning skills in Excel. All right, so we'll actually be starting off with top Excel data cleaning techniques to know. All right, so you can actually remember yesterday we looked at some of the skills you can actually monetize in Excel, and some of those oyibos in quotes that actually offer lots of services online. Some of the skills is actually what you can do, but it's just that some of us don't know, and most times what you don't know you don't know. Is that right? So knowledge is very, very powerful. The right application of knowledge, which is wisdom, is what will give you the leverage that you need eventually to succeed in the outside world, be it corporate world and all that. So we are going to be looking at how to remove duplicates in a set of data, how to delete all formatting, how to change the case for a particular database, be it lower, upper, and proper, how to use the trim function. Remember yesterday we looked at formulas and functions, and we made mention that the functions in Microsoft Excel are inbuilt, okay? They are actually inbuilt in Excel, and try to tell Excel, okay, do this at so time when so thing is written. All right, so on my screen here is a database, actually a particular column, all right? Then it has several rows of data. So these several rows of data spans up to what? 44, all right? But if you notice, we have some of the data that are what? Repeating itself. Like Central now, you can see that it's repeated severally. Okay, Central is repeated severally. So you have West repeated, you have East repeated like that. So how do we clean up this data? Clean up the data means what? To make it more presentable. Okay, so we want to remove all these duplicates. So removing duplicates is part of data cleaning. Please mind you, we've actually started a class. Remember, you can always call our attention at any time. Okay, so yes, Sylvester says she's ready. Okay, so removing duplicates means it's a part of cleaning up the data. So what do you do at instances like this? You have under this particular data tools, you have text to columns, you have flash fill, remove duplicates, data validation, and all that. Or there are two of us or three of us that asked very smart questions yesterday. Hope they are in the class today. Please, for any reason, don't miss out today. If you miss out, you lose. Okay, so what you just need to do is to hit on remove duplicates. Is okay? So hit on remove duplicates. So some of these tasks actually is something that you can just perform with just a button click. But remember what I said earlier, what you don't know, you don't know. All right. So it says what? To delete duplicate values, select one or more columns that contains what? Duplicates. So you notice that what the column is actually selected, and the header for that particular column says what? Region. Header is like a title or what that particular column is known for. So region has east, central, west, north, south, blah, 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 whatever that is. So you make sure that you tick this place that says what? My data has headers. Okay, my data has headers. Please, if you want me to send this particular workbook after the class, just let me know. You can type that in the comment section so that I can drop it with our comrade honorable. Okay, so once this is selected and region is selected, you hit OK. By default, you notice that when you hit remove duplicates, it's selected by default for you. Don't need to do anything. Just what you need to do is to go ahead and hit what? OK. Now, what does it tell you? 40 duplicate values found and removed. 3 unique values remain. Now, one thing I need you to understand is that Excel is very, very smart. It is automated, but you just know how to use it and put it to good use. Is that not awesome? So 40 duplicate, no, you notice that what we had over 44 records, but out of those 44 records, we now have 3 unique records. Okay, so you just hit OK, and this is how you clean up what? Data. This is how you clean up data. Is that okay? All right. So if that is understood, please let me know if that is understood. Data cleaning in Microsoft Excel. So if it's understood, you can just tell me go ahead. Please, I always wait for.
I was distracted. Can you go back in me? Thank you.
Okay. All right. So let me see if I can find another example. All right. So let me just copy this. Let me just copy this column. So copy is as simple as pressing Ctrl+C. If you can use Microsoft Word, you can quickly copy. So I'm going to paste this here. All right. So I just copy. So I'll just press Ctrl+V and it pastes here. All right. So you notice that in this particular column, the header is what? States. So have all this. So pardon me because I'm using some states that are not familiar to us, but whatever it is, it's just an example. All right. So we'll have California appearing several times, and we'll have Washington or Washington. Is it Washington or Washington? So that's not my country. I don't know. So we have Texas. We have is it Illinois or Illinois or whatever. So, but what we're interested in what removing duplicates, because you just understand what we are trying to say or achieve here. So what you just need to do, make sure that you are in that particular column where you want to remove duplicates in, okay? Then make sure that you, in your menu tab, make sure that you are under the data menu tab, okay? Then now go under the data tools, then you now see remove duplicates. You should be able to see text to columns, flash fill, remove duplicates, data validation. We have no business with those other ones except what? Remove duplicates. So what you just need to do, go ahead and click remove duplicates. So this other window comes up, it's just a little pop-up that shows what? Remove duplicates. To delete duplicate values, select one or more columns that contains duplicates. Okay, so you notice that there's another option for you to take action that says what? My data has headers. Why do you need to select my data has headers? So that it will treat that header separately. All right, because if you go ahead to untick my data has header, it will include states as a record in your set of data, right? Definitely, eventually, when you filter or when you eventually remove the duplicate, state will be considered. But just select my data has headers, then it will now tell you that what state is is the main guy in that particular column, and you now hit OK. So it will tell you that what 123 duplicate values found and removed, 26 unique values remain. How about that? Is that not super awesome? Is that okay? So with this, at least you will have known that I can clean up data to some certain extent. I can remove duplicates. Okay, you know something in Microsoft Excel. What can you do in Excel? You now tell the person, yes, I can clean up data, right? So in cleaning up data, you can remove duplicate. That is actually a skill. It's just not, it's not all about knowing how to use Excel. What can you do in Microsoft Excel? Yesterday, we saw how we could do what summarize data in the basic form and look at count all, count blank, is okay, average and all that, min, max and all that. So today we are looking at removing duplicates. So this is essentially how to remove duplicates from 150 something. Now we have 26 or 24 unique values. All right. So the person that said we should go back, is that clear?
It's clear, sir. Thank you.
All right. So the next one we're going to look at is clear formatting. Please, at any instance you don't understand, you'll be doing yourself a disservice if you just keep quiet. All right. At any instance you don't understand, just call our attention. Okay. So the next one is what? Clear formatting. As a way of cleaning up data, a client can just come, oh, I want you to clear up all this formatting in this particular database, all right? Some of these clients, they don't have time. They don't have time to do all this themselves. Something that can just probably take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes to do, but they'll ask you to do it for them. $5, $10, $20, that is money, man, per hour. What do you mean? What are you not saying? We are earning $5, $10 times 5 hours every day. Check what that means. All right. And we are doing that as a side hustle. Okay. So you can actually leverage on this. You can scale up and you can monetize your Microsoft Excel skills. So if you want to clear formatting at any instance, now you notice that all these tables actually has formatting. Okay. So all these blue, all these colors are actually formatting. When you see something bolding, it's actually a format. Okay, so what you just need to do is to go to the home tab. All right, so in the home tab, you should be able to do what? See this particular place that says what? Clear. All right, so clear, there's a drop down. Just click the drop down and it will show you what? Clear all, clear formats, clear contents, clear comments, clear hyperlink. Now, before you can clear formatting, make sure you select the thing that you want to do what? Clear the formatting from, right? So supposing I select this range of cell, I now go to what? Clear, click the drop down. It will say what? Clear format. Now, if you click clear all, let us look at what clear all will do to our set of data. It will clear everything completely, but that defeats our aim or what we want to achieve. Okay, so I'm going to undo what I've just done. I don't want to clear everything. Now look at what clear formats does. So clear format will just remove all those kind of colors, all those formatting. Some people's problem is that they cannot do this themselves. So why don't you just help them? 2 minutes, 5 minutes, we've done this. In fact, this is just seconds. I'll finish clearing this formatting. It's okay. You're just clicking the button content. And if you want to clear the formatting for any one of this, you just come clear formats. Is that okay? So at any instance, clear formats, and it will clear the formatting for you. How about that? It's very easy to implement. Is that okay? Can we go ahead? Can we go ahead? All right. If it's clear, type clear. All right. Okay. So we are moving ahead. So the next data cleaning skill that we'll have to learn is what? Proofread and what? Spell check. Is that okay? Proofread and spell check. So in proofreading, just like the name entails, you just kind of check through if there's any spelling error, if there's any mistakes, you just deal with it. So what you just need to do is to go to what? Review, right? And you should be able to see what? Spelling. So click on spelling and it should bring up this for you. Just note that your proofreading will start from where your cell is selected. All right, so if you want to start proofreading from the very beginning, make sure that the first cell is selected, else you eventually have to come back. All right, so make sure under the menu tab, you are under review, then click on what? Spelling. So clicking on spelling, it should bring up this box for you. It says what? spelling English, United, whatever. So not in dictionary. So this particular customer name, you notice that what? It is a name of a person. And most time names of people, this our computers does not recognize it. So it's advisable to skip all names of people. Is okay? So you can just go ahead to do what? Ignore all or ignore once, because it's names of people. You cannot be telling somebody, okay, my name is maybe Dixon Sarah, and you are telling the person that Dixon is not properly spelled. Are you the person's father? Right? So just leave the name as it is, and just ignore all names. Just ignore all, right? So it will bring the next one. So most of the things is under what? Customer name. All right. So just ignore all, but to be checking it and to be checking every other thing down. So ignore all. So look at this one. This one is under what? The column D, under state. But notice that what California is spelled wrongly. And it's what, instead of L, there's an M there. Okay. So what you just need to do is to change. All right. All right. So when you click change, it will affect that particular change immediately. So I think proofreading and spell check is the same even when you're in Microsoft Word, I think. I'm not sure. So this is still under name. So you ignore all. So this is how you keep on going. This under customer name until you've completed everything accordingly. This under name, ignore all. Is okay. So it's as good as just clicking button. This one, there's no formula. There's no formula in this. So it's what every other person can do. So here it says what? Is it Mesoma? Yeah, me. What is this? So it's trying to correct us. So just once you want to accept the correction, you click on change. Is okay. All right. So anything under name, you change it. So that's actually how to proofread and spell check in Microsoft Excel. And it's one of those skills that you have to clean up data. Is all right. So if that is clear, we are going to the next step. So I just had to stop that at the middle. I said, oh, spell check complete, you are good to go. Of course, you are good to go. All right. So go to change case upper and lower. So at some point, you'll be asked to maybe convert the whole document in a particular worksheet to capital letter. Do you start typing it all from the beginning? All right. So convert the whole document in a particular database to small letter. Do you start going back to type it all over again? It's very easy to use formula to achieve all these things. Now look at my original string. It says what? Wednesday, March 02, blah, blah, blah. But you notice that what? We have some of the items that are what? Small letter, capital letter, small letter, capital letter. So how do you convert everything in cell A2 to capital letter? So it's just a formula that you use. And I say before you actually perform a function or use a formula or do a calculation in Excel, you must precede it with what? An equal sign. So equal, the Excel formula or the Excel function that you can use to transform every string in Excel to capital letter is called the upper function, right? So you start typing upper. Upper is UPPER, and you see what it says, what converts a text string to all uppercase letter. So you just click it and it will ask you to select the text. Of course, the text is this particular cell, and it's as good as closing your bracket and hitting what? Enter. What do you notice? It changes everything to what? Capital letter. Is that not super easy? Is that not super amazing? Please, if you are not saying anything and your mic is on, kindly mute it. Thank you. Can you select an entire column and spell check, or it has to be each cell? You can, of course, select entire column and spell check depending on what you want to achieve. Is all right. But why not do for the whole document instead of going column to column? Just like we did for capital letter, we can just go ahead to see how we can also transform all the text to what? Small letters, right? Or lower caps. Is all right. So what you just need to do is hit what? Equal to lower. So that is the Excel function to convert all letters in a text string to what? Lowercase. So it will now ask you to select the text and you just click the cell, close up your bracket and you hit what? Enter. And you notice that every other thing is small letter. data cleaning skills in Microsoft Excel. Is it clear? Please, I need confirmation. If it's clear, just type clear. We have 21 people on board. Okay. Thank you for that confirmation. And type. Thank you. Okay, it's clear. It's clear. So I'm safe. Because if it's not clear, that means I'm not safe. I have to clear everything. All right.
Okay. Please, I have a question.
Please go ahead.
Do you have to clear erase the initial column that has an upper and lower cases, or you just leave it like that in data clearing?
Now, if actually they ask you to clear up the data and you want to achieve either upper or lower case, it's advisable to create a new column for the new set of data that you want to eventually introduce the upper and lower case. Okay, so supposing I want to add a new column here between A and B, what I need to do is to select B. Is okay. Right click where you have it and you click on what? Insert. Is that right? So it will now insert a whole new column. Then I can give it a title, then perform whatever I want to perform. It's very easy. Is all right. So it's something that has to do with your initiative. So I want to tell you one beautiful thing that you can do while cleaning up your data. Just like we did for this first one, I'm sure we'll want to start doing it for this second one, but it will be very tedious. Yesterday, I told us that what our life in Excel is automated. It should be more efficient. Excel is supposed to make your work very, very easy and efficient. So don't bother trying to make it more difficult for yourself. So instead of coming back here to type in upper, do everything, just come here, select the first guide that you've done for upper, come to the end of that particular cell. You notice that your cursor changes or your mouse, what is it called? Icon changes. So where it changes, just at the bottom right corner, just double click it and it will do the remaining things for you. Okay. Remember this is an example. In real world, you will not see just 4 lines of database like this. You see hundreds and thousands of it. So you have to equip yourself to work smartly. Very, very important. But if you don't want to come here and double click, you can just come drag down and it will fill up still the same way. In the same way, you can just come here, just double click and it will fill up for you. Very, very easy. All right. How do I clean? Whoever is drawing, please, can you clean up what you've drawn? I think everybody's saying it, or is it only me? So the next Excel from data cleaning that we'll be looking at is the trim function. So if you notice in this particular table, we have ship mode, customer name, segment, state, region, subcategory, then we have comments. And the comments, just take note of something. Can someone tell me what they have seen in this particular database? Okay, what have you noticed in these comments? What have you noticed? You can type or you can just speak out. What have you noticed? There's someone.
The write-up has exceeded to another column.
Okay, fantastic. Yes, yes. More? Any more observation? That's a fantastic observation. They are not in one cell. Okay, great. They are not in one cell. All right. Yes, any more observation? All right. So we are all correct. All right. So remember yesterday we were trying to, we also saw how we could do what resize the columns.
The backspacing is
okay, fantastic. The backspacing, all right, it's not even. That's fantastic. So yesterday we were looking at who can actually make this the columns, the content of the columns to fit, and we'll say we can just come between I and H column. You can just come between here. Always take note of your mouse icon. Notice that at every instance, the shape changes. This is very, very important in Excel. So at every instant, the shape changes. As the arrow is pointing down, that means I can select the whole column. So when it's this shape, just double click and every content will fit in. But you notice that in these comments, you notice that there's no even spacing between the words, and some of the words you have like a leading space between them. So you use a particular Excel function to do this cleanup or to make it look nice or presentable. So the particular Excel function that we can use to achieve this is called the trim function. So I'm going to write in corrected here, corrected, and I'm going to like open it up, and we'll use the exel trim function to make this look nice. So you are going to see how it appears eventually. So equal to trim, all right? So use the trim function. It says what? Removes all spaces from a text string except for single spaces between what? Words. Very, very easy. So input the function, then select where you have text, just select the cell where you want to trim, close up your bracket and hit what? Enter. So what do you notice? You notice that what? The first one and the last one, is the second one not better? All right. So just like we saw before now, when we were able to do what? Fill up this automatically. So you can just do the same thing. All right. So you just double click here and it will complete that for you. How about this? So this and this, much different, right? So this has lots of spaces, but this is well arranged. So the power of Microsoft Excel data cleaning skills. Okay, so Zoom is telling us that we'll have less than 5 minutes remaining to end this class. But just like we did yesterday, we are going to join the class immediately. Is okay? So we're actually enjoying free Zoom. So it's limited by what? 40 minutes. So, but when next will come, we'll continue at the advanced data cleaning skills. Sorry, advanced data summary skills that we need to know. Yesterday we looked at basic. Today we are going advanced. Okay. So please, if there's any question that you have here, let us know so that we can just attend to it before end this session. But we are starting off immediately. All right. So questions. Thank you.
Hello, sir. Please, can you go over the trim function?
Okay, going over the trim function. So I'm just going to delete this because I don't have any other example to use. Permit me to delete this. Now, in the trim function, essentially what it does is just to remove the spaces between each of these cells. All right. Now, just take note of something. I'm in the formula bar. Just notice my cursor blinking in this formula bar. I'm moving my cursor each step. All right. So, but you notice that if I move my cursor, instead of just a single spacing, we'll have like 3 spaces before we get to the next word. But there's supposed to essentially be a single space between each word. Is that not? Is okay? So, but you notice that in this set of text, some database can be seriously very crazy. Some of them, they are actually extracted from PDFs. And when you eventually convert PDFs to Microsoft Excel, it can look so funny. So this is where you now use some of these functions to become the do some miracle in the database. Is okay? So you might not appreciate the power of trim until you eventually work on some crazy databases. All right. So, but the essential thing is that there are spaces between the words. So I want to remove it. But instead of coming here and coming to type backspace, you are typing backspace and they're clapping for you. This person is hardworking. Oh, hey, this person. So you have removed all these spaces. Why don't you just use one function? And so I'm just typing backspace. But this is just absolutely nonsense. So look at the second guy. It has a lot of spaces also. And they say remove all the spaces. And I come here to remove all the spaces. It doesn't actually make sense. It's okay, but we can use the trim function to achieve that. Just like we said before now, you hit equal to. So the function is what? Trim. Okay. So where you have text, you just select the cell where you want to trim. You close it up with your closing bracket and hit enter. So it does the trimming for you automatically. Is okay? So also when you replicate or when you drag down the column, you notice that I also applied the trim function for the others and everything is good to go.
Yes, sir, it's clear. Thank you.
All right. So we're ending this class now and we are joining back immediately. It's okay, we are joining back immediately. Why are we ending now? Because we are on free Zoom. So Zoom have told us that we only have 40 minutes. It's okay. So don't go anywhere, just join back immediately and we are going straight to what? Advanced data summary. You don't have to miss this. So see you on the next one.